is Hump Day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We have a jam-packed show. We're going to get to Baker Mayfield's comments from yesterday. We're also going to get to day 2 of the hearing from Deshaun Watson and the NFL. By the way, this is taking place in Delaware. The league wanted to keep it out of New York and out of the spotlight. They didn't want all the cameras.
Aren't you guys Delaware haters last time I checked? You guys
not Delaware haters.
I think it was
We're
Vermont
just like
or New Hampshire, right?
What is Delaware? What is it? What is it known for?
I mean, nothing.
Now it's known for a hearing. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Skip Holtz is here from the USFL.
There you go.
And that's where we're going to start. So just a quick note to the viewer.
Yeah.
When Skip walked into the studio, he said, finally, I get to live my dream.
This is the job I've always wanted.
That's right.
This is all I do in my spare time anyways.
Listen,
to talk sports.
Dad was pretty good at it.
No, Dad was really good at it.
Yeah.
But Dad had to dress up. On ESPN, they had to be dressed up.
Yeah.
Here, we don't have to dress up.
Now, look, win, Rocky, win.
That's it. I'm ready to go.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Casual.
It's good.
Great to be here.
So before we get to Skip, who is coaching the Birmingham Stallions in the championship game, which will be Sunday over in Canton at Hall of Fame Stadium, we have a sponsored segment that is sponsored by the USFL. It's King of the Land, right?
It is. It is King of the Land,
Explain
brought to you by the Pro Football Hall of Fame Village. Get your tickets for the USFL championship game in Canton on July 3rd right now. Tickets on sale currently at halloffamevillage.com. King of the Land, we always change one rule. Today, this is Anthony's rule. Anthony suggests that if you celebrate before you score a touchdown and get tackled, so you don't score, you celebrate and don't score, your team loses 10 points.
Do we need that rule? I don't know that I've ever seen that happen. I've seen a guy fumble on his way to the end zone. We're celebrating too early.
Right, that would count as a 10-point loss or whatever. It's a stupid rule. No offense, Anthony, but it's a stupid rule.
Well, it's never going to come into play. I can think of Leon Lett, who got the ball knocked out of his hand.
Yeah. By the way, I'll tell you a time it happened. Which was that?
BB.
Yeah, BB.
That's right.
That's right. He closed all that.
One of the dumbest things I ever said early in my radio career, and I've said a lot of dumb things, Ed Reed was once showboating after a pick.
Yeah.
And he had the ball knocked out of bounds, and I went crazy. This was early. He was probably like a rookie or a second-year guy. And I'm like, they should cut his ass. They should get rid of him. The guy's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're right. That's a bad take.
Yeah, it was a terrible take.
Real bad take.
Yeah, it was in Utica, New York, so there's about 18 people listening. But I'll admit it, I said that.
Anthony, you know we love you. Can we get a shot of Anthony or not? So the folks
we're dealing with a bunch of things back here. Let's not
get crazy, Jay.
Take it, guys.
Let's not get crazy.
I'm sorry, but we're not taking your rule.
That's horrible.
Your father looks like he's a person that doesn't deal well with showboating in the end zone. Does he have a rule about that?
Well, if you do it, you won't play.
Very simple.
It doesn't take points off the scoreboard. He takes your butt off the field, puts you on the sideline.
Minutes.
He takes points off your own personal scoreboard.
Yeah, right.
Lou suffered no fools. Lou just, if you were foolish in any way, you were so deep in his doghouse.
His comment was always act like you've been there before. Just act like you've been there before. Toss the ball to the official and let's go on and let's keep playing the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care if players celebrate once they're in personally. I mean, I prefer the Nick Chubb method. When Nick Chubb scores a touchdown for the Browns, he just gives the ball to the official. That's it. Because it's not a big deal to him to score a touchdown.
Barry Sanders used to do it
Barry
that way.
Sanders all the time. Yeah.
I think Emmitt Smith wasn't big on
But we don't need any penalties. There's too many penalties in the NFL already, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's go.
I mean, there's so many rules that you could change.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
Anthony, we'll still feed you and allow you to stay.
No. He gets no food.
We'll consider it.
We didn't get any water. We have no water today, so he gets no food. That's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
I tell you, some of the new rules in the USFL, I think have been really good. They've been entertaining.
What's your favorite?
You know what? I like the 3-point rule. The 3-point rule, and if you score a touchdown, you have the opportunity, instead of kicking an onside kick, it's 4th and 12 on the 33-yard line, and you can go for it. And if you make it, you keep the ball.
I like
so
that.
when you're
I love
down
that
two,
rule.
When you're down 2 scores, if you have a really good offense and you're moving the ball and you're in a high-scoring affair, instead of kicking an onside kick, what's that percentage?
Very
like
small.
2%.
Now, if you don't convert, though, does the other team take over right there?
Right there.
Which is good.
Like
it's high risk, high reward.
It's high risk.
I love that.
You score, you go for it on 4th and 12, you make it, your offense doesn't come off the field.
Have you tried that this year?
I have
personally?
not. I have not been
You
down.
haven't needed to. You're winning every game.
I mean, but what a great opportunity if you needed to or you're down to have the opportunity to leave your offense out there.
Yeah,
I saw somebody went for it earlier in the year. They were down 2 scores, scored, went for it and missed it by that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It keeps games interesting in blowout situations.
And that's the same thing with the three-point play. So all
love
of a
that
sudden,
too.
when you look at the board, you're down 18. It's a two-possession game.
Yeah.
Because you could score, go for three, go for it on fourth down, score and go for three, and you've made
Coach,
it.
how do your fans feel? How do the USFL fans feel about the way the game has been organized now?
You know, I think they've loved it. I think that's been the response of the viewership, the way that they've turned out in Birmingham. I think it's an entertaining game. The product, I think the product is really solid, and I think the league did a great job of creating equality in the way that they did the draft, and we drafted by positions, and they snaked through. So at quarterbacks, you had 1 through 8, and then 8 through 1. So you got the 8th and 9th pick, or you got the 1st and 16th
Just
pick.
like fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just like, and they snaked through every round. So in one round you'd have first, then you'd have second, third.
good,
so you might have had the 8th pick at left tackle, but you've got the 1st pick at wide receiver.
How did they settle on every game being in Birmingham?
Well, they just
Because I know some teams weren't pleased with that.
right. I kind of like it.
Right,
I kind of like
It
it.
cuts down on travel.
Yeah, I mean, being that, it had to be the hub model. I thought was awesome. I mean, for a startup league to reduce cost, you got to figure if you've got 4 games a week, that's $400,000 in air travel. You're spending $100,000 to try and charter a plane. That's $400,000 a week. You multiply that times 10 weeks. I mean, you're spending some money putting the hub and everything together. The other thing I liked about it was you not only got to know your staff, but I got to know all 8 staffs, all the head coaches.
Because you're all there together.
Because we all stayed in the same hotel. We all ate breakfast together. And all the players, and you got an opportunity to interact with all the players. I thought it was a cool idea. I think it's going to be great when everybody can take their place and go home. When everybody can go home and we can get into that. But for right now, I think to create the stability, it was a great idea and a great model.
And next year I hear that they're looking at maybe having 2 hubs. Maybe did I hear that?
I've heard 2 hubs. I've heard team editions. Fox didn't call me and say, hey, Skip, what do you want to do? They're not going to call me.
The league is official for a 2nd year.
And that's the big news. That's the good news.
And so, which is more than some of these other leagues have done in the last decade. The championship game, of course, you're playing Philadelphia. I believe you beat them by about 2 touchdowns.
Yes,
when you
sir.
played them the first
30-17
time.
the first time we played.
Are you worried about your team being overconfident since you beat them somewhat handily?
No, well, I mean, you look at it, New Jersey had won twice against Philadelphia
and then
during the
lost.
regular season and then lost in the semifinal game.
Right.
So I think Philadelphia's playing really well right now. They're doing some good things. We scored a touchdown late in the game to make it a 2-score game, but out of the number of games, the 40 games or however many games have been played so far this year, I think like 5 of them have been more than a 1-score game. I mean,
no kidding.
It's really they've been really close. The product, like I said, the product on the field has been great, and it's been a lot of fun to be part of it.
You know, Coach, we talk about all the time how there's different levels and different areas you can bring guys in, right? You guys are currently getting a pool of guys that don't make it to the NFL. Would you consider if you got guys in high school, kind of like the D League, right, or G League now, would you consider young athletes that maybe don't think college is for them, coming straight to the USFL and playing and getting that experience and then kind of going to the NFL?
That's one of the rules that they put in place we really haven't seen activated. We're dealing with COVID and the number of players coming out and going to the NFL. But where the NFL is 3 years, I believe the USFL rule is 2 years. So 2 years
you
out
could
of
get them earlier.
So you could get them earlier. So a young man could come out of high school and come to the USFL.
That's fascinating.
I think where this can go, there's a lot of venues we're talking about right now.
Because you could have, there are every year in college, there's anywhere from a dozen to maybe 24 players that everyone knows is NFL ready, but they have to come back for that 3rd year.
Right.
Now, the USFL would be an option and also would bring a ton of attention to the league.
Agreed.
Because these players are all high-profile guys.
Exactly. Some of these young guys coming out, and the majority of people in this league right now, they want film. They all have a why. They all want to get back to the NFL. Some of them been in the NFL, practice squads. They're just trying to get film. But for that young guy, what a better opportunity than to compete against. I mean, when you look at it, Bo Scarborough from Alabama is our running back. You know, you look at we've got a center from Oregon, you got a DB from Southern Cal. I mean, you look at there are these players that were great college players from all over the country, and for a young guy to come in and play at this level on a professional level before he gets his feet wet to get into the
What
NFL,
an opportunity.
what a great opportunity.
Think Trevor Lawrence. Everybody knew Trevor Lawrence was ready to go, and they made him come back. He looked great. I'm watching that.
Right.
Yeah, I would too, and I think
Agreed.
a lot of fans would. We had an 11:40 out, and it's 11:39:20, so we have to say goodbye. But I want to say good luck to you, in the championship game, and also I want to mention to fans, the ratings were very good for the semifinals.
Yes.
The product is, it appears that this thing is going to stick around, and if you haven't checked it out, check out the championship game. If you're not doing anything on Sunday, flip it over. I guarantee you're going to be very, very impressed with the level of play, because I know we have.
On Fox.
Coach, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck.
Thank
Give us
you
a
for
good
having
one.
me.
We want a last-second
Yeah,
victory
good luck, good luck.
on a long field goal. Can
On
we
a
get
long
that?
field goal.
Yeah, can we get that?
We can get that done. We'll see what
All
we
right,
can
great.
do for that. We'll take it. But I'm envious of what y'all do here.
Yeah.
Hey, you have an invitation to come
Yeah,
join
come
us
join
I
anytime.
love this. When this game's over, I may come back and just sit
There
in.
you go. Come on
I
in.
love this.
There you
This
go.
is
Very
awesome.
good. Very
Thank
good.
y'all very much. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
having me.
Coach, good luck. We're taking
Thank
a
you.
break. The Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show is coming right back. Stay with us. Thanks.